Morning, boys and girls. So today in lesson 3, we're talking about exponents. And exponents are really just ways of talking about multiplying the same number a different amount of times. If I have 10 with the exponent of 4, okay, 10 is my factor. You'll hear it called that a lot. And 4 is the exponent. The factor tells you what number is being multiplied. Yes, this is a number sign, not a hashtag. Okay, and the exponent tells you how many times that number is being multiplied times itself, not times the number of the exponent. Okay. So for our example, 10 with an exponent of 4, and sometimes the exponent is called a power. So you might hear 10 to the 4th power. What it's really saying is that 10 is going to be multiplied by 10 4 times. In this case, because we have a 4 here. If it said 10 to the 2nd power, then it would be 10 times 10, because 10 would be multiplied by itself 2 times. Okay, and this works for other numbers besides 10. If I have 8 to the 6th power, then that means 8 is going to be multiplied by 8 6 times. Okay, so that is what an exponent is. This is what it's meaning. So now we need to talk about how to multiply exponents. So if I have 10, let's say it is 10. So if I have 10 to the 3rd power, that is saying 10 times 10 times 10. Okay, well, if I have 10 and I multiply it by 10, I know that I move one place value for each one of those. And then I need a 0 to hold my place. So 10 times 10 is 100. And now I need to multiply that by another 10, which I know means it moves one more time. And hold my place. So I know that 10 to the 3rd power equals 1,000. So let's say that I am multiplying by a number times an exponent. So let's say that my problem is 2 times 10 to the 2nd power. Okay, so what I'm really saying is 2 times 10 times 10, because I have my 2 just right here, and then 10 to the 2nd power, 10 times 10. Well, just like we learned in lesson 2, if I count my zeros, 1, 2, then I know this 2 is going to move 2 places. And I would need to hold my other places with zeros. So 2 times 10 to the 2nd power equals 200. Let's try one with a decimal. Let's say we have 4 3/10. We want to multiply that by 10 to the 3rd power. Okay, so we know that 10 to the third power, okay, I'm going to show you a little trick here. 10 to the third power, and you can only do this with tens, okay, or with groups of 10 like 100, okay. The exponent, that's how many zeros are going to be in my answer. So 10 to the third power, I could do 10 times 10 times 10, or this is a trick to do it faster. 1, 2, 3. So I look up here, remember 10 to the third power is 10 times 10 times 10, and we found that that came out to 1,000. Well, if I look at my exponent, I have a 3 for the exponent. There are 3 zeros. That is 1,000. So now that I know that there are 3 zeros here, I know how many spaces my 4 3/10 needs to move. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I need to have placeholders. So my answer would be 4,300 or 4,300. Okay. Division works the same way. It's just going in the opposite direction. So if I have, let's try a new problem. If I have 17 2/10, and I'm going to divide that by 10 to the second power, or 10 to the second exponent. Okay, again, we know that this means that 10 times 10 has 2 zeros in it, which would be 100, right? So it would move 2 spaces. If I know this exponent of 10, that tells me how many spaces I'm moving it. Since it's division, it's getting smaller, so I am moving it to the right. And I need to move it 2 times, or 2 spaces. And so my answer would be 172 thousandths. I hope this helps.